Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my wonderful and beautiful little subscribers out there. And how I love you all, so, and I hope that you're all super duper wow, super duper wonderful, and super duper delicious. And that's oh bless me, sorry, my delicious babies, I couldn't stop that sneeze. Okay, my delicious babies, sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, and I hope that wherever you are in the world, that life is treating you most deliciously. So let's switch our lights on, see whether they'll come on. Oh, there we are. Okay, my delicious babies, they're on. Okay, now it's 20 past 9 in the evening, my delicious babies, on the 6th of April 2026. I wouldn't say 25 then. Yeah, and it's been a little bit warmer today. The sun has been shining a bit, and well, the wind has dropped. Okay, my delicious babies. But as I've been walking around, there's well, I thought there wasn't much damage, but actually there was. There was a lot of branches off trees and everything. Um, and this is supposed to be uh, what they call, looking after our planet, Earth, my delicious babies. Anyway, so I've only got a couple videos today, my delicious babies. Now, I'm not talking to any uploaders in the alternative media who already know these uploaders. I'm talking to our dear little delicious babies out there who do not know. Okay, so the first one, this is, oh, I forgot how many. Hold on. It's called AI upload, okay, in capitals. So it's AI and then a space, capital U, upload. Okay, my delicious baby. I think they have, is it 93 point, I think it could be 93. Let me just write this down. 93.5 or something like that, my delicious babies. Oh, goodness me. Anyway, because I just wanted to get my video out, my delicious babies, to be honest. Now then, now the video should read, and it's only is it nearly 24 minutes long? Okay, my delicious babies, and that's not coding. Sorry, excuse me. It should read: AI whistleblower warns you have no idea what's coming in 2026. Okay, my delicious babies. So I'm just going to repeat this for you again. AI whistleblower warns you have no idea what's coming in 2026. Okay, my delicious babies. Well, what was she talking about as well? Was it AGI as well? It was AGI as well that they were talking about, because I've only just started to watch it. I'm about a quarter of the way through. And the other one, I'm nearly halfway through, okay? But I just wanted to get these out. Okay, so, and this is about the taking of jobs. Well, I was listening to another video earlier, actually, my delicious babies, and what they were discussing, well, what your man, with anybody not in that way, what your man, the uploader, was discussing. You couldn't see him, but you could hear him. He was talking about India, and they were talking about factories and, factories that have not been built. Okay, my delicious babies. Well, we've got the same problem in all different countries, in our country and different countries, okay? Because, unfortunately, we're living in a world where, apart from a few countries who know nothing what's going on, the fact of the matter is, they're not looking, and that doesn't mean yes, they're not looking after their populations. And, in India right now, only from what I've been listening to, my delicious babies. Anyway, this is not the first time I've heard this. They're really, let's just say, not receiving all the help and everything. And this also talks about ones who have graduated and everything like this now then, okay? So, so they appear to be in a mess. There we are in an old India, my delicious babies. But like I said, that doesn't mean no. But like I said, the fact of the matter is, if if you've got leader now, where they're only landing their own skyrockets, well, you know what I mean? What can you say? Do you know what I'm saying, Martin Stuck Babies, okay? But there is a problem, all over the world, really, with ones losing their jobs. Getting back to this video, to do with AI. I mean, it wasn't so long ago, was it, that was it Microsoft? Well, they laid off, what do they call them? White collar workers. I suppose little men, little women in little suits, you know what I mean, Martin Stuck Babies. But you see, as I said before, at the end of the day, the fact of the matter is, Martin Stuck Babies, yes, okay, this does pose as a problem, okay? Even if you look at a lot of videos on YouTube now, and I'm pretty sure on other platforms, then you're going to find that, well, for a lot of them, they seem to use, there we are, AI, okay? Do I feel that is such a good idea myself? I would say a no, okay? And what's even more, well, I'm not shocked actually, but even when you hear over the months, you've got, I mean, these are supposed to be, come on, for some of them in the alternative media, I mean, come on, they're supposed to have a flipping effing noddle, man. Do you know what I mean? And yet, even some of those, they'll talk to this, whatever it's called. Is it Chat GPD, whatever it's called? Okay, Martin the Stuck Babies. And these are the ones who, go on to their videos and, preach to everybody else. Then they're flipping chatting to these silly bloody things their damn selves. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, so this is the bonkers crackiness and craziness, Martin the Stuck Babies, in the world. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, but yes, I mean, clearly AI is a problem, but but at the same time, ones are aware of this, aren't they? So, and I'm pretty sure that for a lot of our population, do you understand what I mean? There's more and more and more, there we are, who are also realising this. But I still say, Martin Stuck Babies, there we are, that this is going to, it's only figure of speech, it's just figure of speech. But I feel, Martin Stuck Babies, there we are, that this is going to backfire anyway, okay? Because, one's losing their jobs and everything like this now then. There is going to come a point where they're going to need mankind, there we are. Do you know what I mean, Martin Stuck Babies, okay? So I really, let's just say, I just do not understand, and with some uploaders, I mean, you only have to look at some comments, Martin Stuck Babies, and I happen to look at a lot of videos, okay, and I do it as a hobby, like I said, but, and, even with the comments, I've noticed, mankind is not liking, they're not liking this AI business. I mean, some of them, I've because I only see comments here and there, where they turn around and say, another AI, and then you'll get someone else who will comment another video and they'll say, well, thank goodness, words to effect, thank goodness, that this video is not AI, this is what I'm saying. So I just do not feel in the long run that this is exactly going to go the way that to who it may concern, wants it to go. Okay, Martin Stuck Babies. So we're going to see now, aren't we? But this is a whistleblower anyway. So that's first video. Now, the second video, my final video for this evening, Martin Stuck Babies, and I'm going to be over and out. This uploader happens to have 343,000 subscribers, Martin Stuck Babies, okay? And this one's called Capital L Levi, as in Levi jeans. Capital N Nichs, or anyway, I'll spell it for you, Martin Stuck Babies. Nichs. That's the uploader, Martin Stuck Babies. Levi space niche. I don't know. I'm just terrible at flipping pronouncing Martinistic babies. Some of her names, I'm really lethal for it. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so I apologise to the uploader, but I just niche. I don't know how you pronounce it. Anyway, now then, this video is nearly 34 minutes long. Okay, Martinistic babies, and the video should read. Muslim feminists go to Islamic country and then this happened. Okay, Martinistic babies, so I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? Muslim feminists go to Islamic country and then this happened. Yes, Martinistic babies. Now, at the start of the video, so now I'm going to close my book and we need to go backwards, remember Teal. Okay, Martinistic babies, please and thank you, okay? Let's have a quick discuss. So, what is this server Martinistic babies? So anyway, so it starts off on the video where your man there's talking, he's clearly the uploader, okay? And you got this, what appears to be a white woman who is, she married a Muslim man. Okay, Martinistic babies, now you couldn't see him, you could only see her. So she was bigging herself up, it appeared to myself, Martinistic babies, in the camera, and bigging herself up, isn't it? Next thing you know, she's in like a police sort of place, okay? And so everything's not going quite right. My only thing about that part, okay, Martinistic babies, I'm sure you've all heard about the one eye bit. Do you understand what I mean? The cover, it's called the one eye bit anyway. That's what I call it, Martinistic babies, okay? But she was clearly not a very happy little bunny. Okay, Martinistic babies. Well, if you're going to big yourself up in a camera and then find yourself in that situation, well, at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Again, we get back to this again, don't we, Martinistic babies? When you marry somebody, I see marriage, there we are, as a very important thing, Martinistic babies, even though, as we all know, with everything. Anyway, I know about this long time, there we are, long time for years. Okay, Martinistic babies, let's just say that piece of paper well. Okay, anyway, that's not what I'm talking about this evening. The fact of the matter is, but one's going to marriage, with a good heart, meaning, do you understand what I'm saying, okay? But it's what's really behind it. Anyway, Martinistic babies. But the fact of the matter is, we get back to it again, come on. She would surely know, there we are, who she's marrying, isn't it? It's not like if you go back decades ago, where one family meets another and, and they are of the same religion and, decades ago, you never even saw who you were going to marry. You never saw them, there we are, until the day of your wedding. Okay? So it's not like that. So anyway, she knew who she was, there we are, as far as I'm concerned, simple thing, she knew who she was marrying. But if you're going to come into the camera now and you're going to big yourself up, well, and then do another video, to say how things have gone terribly wrong, well, at the end of the day, Martinistic babies, the fact of the matter is that really, you shouldn't get yourself into these things, should you? Simple things. Then you had another woman on there who, that one there, seemed to be, taking with a dog and bone, in the street, then started exchanging words with the shopkeeper, it seemed, okay? Well, at the end of the day, you have to understand, nothing happened to her at that point from what I could see. But like I said, I'm only nearly halfway through this video. I haven't listened to the rest of it yet. But the point is that, and especially if you go to some Islamic countries, do you know what I mean, okay? You've got to be, in my view, come on, you've got to keep your wits about you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes, ding, ding, dong, dong. You can't go around doing things like this now then, because simple things, they're just not going to put up with it now. Do you know what I mean? My delicious little babies, yes. But yeah, I mean, it's very, interesting to listen to these little videos, my delicious little babies. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. Um, and finally, what I want to say. So anyway, it's up to yourselves if you want to take a little listen. It's entirely up to yourselves. But yeah, we're seeing everything what's going on here now. Okay. And of course, more and more, there we are, it's just happening all over the world, isn't it, my delicious babies? Do you understand what I mean? But of course, while it's, shall I say, educational to see, different things what go on in different countries, it's also important to remember here that that we are being that we are distracted. Okay, man, to listen to babies from other things now. Okay, and finally, what I want to say, yeah, I was going to say it the other day. Anyway, there we are. I know all about this anyway. The fact of the matter is, man, to listen to babies is that they're trying to bring back the COVID. You know what I mean, man, to listen to babies. Okay, so we're going to see the second time around. So we're going to see Martin Stuck babies who fall, there we are, into this for a second time. Okay, Martin Stuck babies now from who I see, when I'm out and about walking or whatever, okay, you're only probably seeing the odd one who's wearing a muzzle, which, some will know as masks. You're only really seeing the odd one, or these carers who sit in the car on their own, with a muzzle on their flipping trap. You know what I mean? Martinistic babies, it's quite bonkers, crackers and crazy, if you ask myself. But and then you do see some in the supermarkets and everything, they tend to walk around, with a muzzle. I mean, what they're frightened of, I've just got no idea. But anyway, okay. And but this, of course, is the level of brainwashing, and it's instilling fear into some mankind, martyristic babies. But it's going to be interesting to see this time around. Just there we are. How many are going to fall for it? Me myself personally, well, I never fell for it the first time, so I'm certainly not going to fall for it the second time, martyristic babies. Do you know what I mean? Okay? But this is what they're doing. They want to try and box us in again. You see what I mean, martyristic babies? It's just crackers, man. But of course, the more and more that they do it, especially for the ones who already know what the crack is and what these are trying to do now, then. Do you know what I mean? We already know. But it's going to be very interesting to see this time around, martyristic babies. It really, really is, Okay? And I don't really have much else to say. I mean, to be perfectly honest, martyristic babies, I could say an awful lot. I really could. Because for myself, I can talk for England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, there we are, and beyond. Please believe me on that one. And, like I say, sometimes I get very frustrated with the whole lot. Do you know what I mean, martyristic babies? Do you know what I'm saying? Yes. But I just feel that ones just need to use ding, ding, dong, dong. That's not being sarcastic. The damn well common sense, isn't it? Simple things. That's simply the way I see things. Do you see what I'm saying, martyristic babies? Anyway, so that's that. It's just a shorty video this evening, martyristic babies. Anyway, so wherever you are in the world, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, please have a super duper delicious time. You only get one life, my little honey bunnies. Sending peace, love, harmony, and bright blessings to each and every one of you. May your beautiful little selves, your beautiful little families, may you all be fully protected. And I hope that you're feeling the love. You continue to feel the love. Oh, my apologies, I forgot to switch my light on. Okay, martyrish babies, but never mind, I've still got these lights. Okay, martyrish babies, and there is good news. That's what I forgot to say as well. It's only because I'm in this room that I can say And where the lamp kept going out, smart little babies, it seemed to pick and choose when it did so. And well, it turns out that it stayed on. Okay, Martin little babies. So I suppose whatever they were playing at, they've clearly got the message across. Okay, Martin little babies. So you just please take care of yourselves now. Then please take care of others. May you all be fully protected. Okay, and how I love you all so. But yeah, you just gotta, because we've been bombarded. There we are with everything. You know what I mean? It's all boom, 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 boom. Do you see what I mean, Martin little babies? Just gotta stay on the ball. Simple things, just got to stay on the ball, okay? But we must understand, and I'm not insulting anything. I'm done saying this in the way that I'm saying it. I'm a woman with a view. I shall have my effing view. And as far as I'm concerned, we must be able to recognise, well, I certainly do, and so do others, who our enemies are. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? And these are the ones who are supposed to be running our countries. Okay, Martin little babies, so they're certainly not there. Put it this way, and I'm not certainly not laughing about this, Martin little babies. They're certainly not there for the goodness of our health. Please believe you me on that one. Okay. And as far as I'm concerned, that's something else I want to say. And as far as I'm concerned, this bill that to put it through, I'm not sure if it's already gone through. I don't know at the moment. Anyway, someone needs to keep a handle on it. The fact of the matter is that you cannot terminate a baby full time. To go for the full term. Sorry, and call that termination. That's not a termination. We have to recognise once again. There we are. This filth, not the little babies, bless them. Okay, this filth and the hidden agenda that we are behind this little babies, okay? Because it's very clear to myself, as it is to others, that all is certainly not as it seems. And not only that, what about these mothers, and some fathers for that matter, who are going to go into this situation? What is that going to do to the, I'm sorry to have to say, but there's only one way to say, what's it going to do to their mental health in the long term? Okay, my delicious babies, just like the assisted, I don't like this word because we seem to hear a lot of it very sadly in latter years, but the point of the matter is, like this assisted dying bill. Okay, you got some who are all for it. Well, okay, rock and roll on, Tommy. Good luck to you, I wish you well. Do you know what I mean? Because they're soon going to find out something else now, isn't it? You only have to take a look at blessing the likes of Canada, what's been going on over there, my delicious babies, which I've been done whatever o'clock talking about. Okay, my delicious babies. So there is an awful lot going on. But ones have to ask themselves a very serious question where these little babies are concerned now then. Okay? Where are they going to be going? Do you understand what I mean, my delicious babies? Yes. And anyway, that's the end of my video, okay? So you just look after now. I know it sounds like I'm just, all the time, I'm just saying things, like I'm, a manic, depressive. No, I'm not. These are things now, there we are, that ones need to talk about, and there are some, bless their dear little souls, not in that way, who are talking about this. But for most, it's uncomfortable, shall we say, subjects. But this is real life. This is not just stories, that Jack and Ori tell a story. No, it's not. It's real life. Messing with mankind and all these nasty things now. You know what I mean? Mad, delicious little babies, okay? So, yeah. And anyway, like I said, I could say so much more, but I'm just not going to. Mad, delicious babies. I've just said what I've got to say for now, okay? So very much love. How I love you also. Thank you once again for listening. Thank you for any views, for any likes, for the occasional comment. Well, I only ever have really one view and one like, which I'm so very thankful for, at least, and grateful. At least I know somebody there we are is listening to myself. Mind you, there's always somebody seeing and hearing, isn't there, Mads? It's just, so I just thought I'd let you know. On Indeed, it's called Indeed in our old England, Mads, Delicious Babies. YouTube advertising for somebody who can do thumbnails. I assume these are professional thumbnails or whatever. Anyway, so there's a couple of jobs actually on Indeed that YouTube is advertising for. Mads, Delicious Babies, you may want to take a look. Okay, Mads, Delicious Babies, so lots of love, take care. Thank you once again for listening. If it is night time, night, sleep tight, watch the bed bugs don't bite, okay? And if it is daytime or afternoon or morning, well, whatever you're doing, have a super duper, delicious and beautiful time wherever you are in the world. Love ya. Bye.